Should I buy or should I rent? It's a good question everybody needs to ask themselves. And I'm Mike Evans from the Choice Realty Group at Keller Williams, the real estate company. Nick Christy from CMG Home Loans is joining me today to talk about the benefits of both. How are you today, Nick?
I'm doing well. How are you, Mike?
Fantastic. Thanks for asking. So buying isn't for everyone, right?
No, no.
So, who ideally should be looking to buy? I mean, what's criteria that you would say you'd be looking for?
So I guess we have to say that it depends on the market. Because if you're somebody that's only going to be living in your area for the next year, that could be a time not to buy, obviously, because you're going to have costs of selling that home. And the equity must have gone up enough in that year to at least cover the cost of selling it, or it wasn't a great investment, or you're going to be renting it out when you leave, which is that's a great investment. I would say for most people, buying is still probably the best way. Um, but I guess that would be the type of people that wouldn't want to buy.
Yeah. So, when we're talking about like recouping those costs, or at least having enough equity in a traditional market
Yeah.
uh, to purchase a new house, typically, how long do you think that takes? I have a number in my head, but I'm just, wondering, curious what you think.
Well, let's see if it's the same 3 years.
Yeah, 3 to 5 years,
3 to 5 years.
for the equity to get out there enough for it to be worth it.
Yeah,
So, and by having it for that long, you avoid some tax implications as well, which is always, beneficial.
absolutely. It's great to own a home for that. I think a lot of people they only think about one side of the coin when you're buying a home, which is the increase in value you may or may not get. But you're also paying down that mortgage every year, and it's just a two-headed monster. And it's a slow build to wealth. It's not gonna, I mean, unless you bought in 2020 and you're still sitting on that property, that was great. I mean, we had a great time. Um, those days might be over. They might come back, but for most people, it's a slow grind. But it's the number one. If you're not investing a ton of your money in the market, your home is probably your best retirement plan. And to not have that hurts you later in life, I think.
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, like at a regular investment, it grows on its own with the equity, and as you pay it down, more of that equity becomes available to you.
Yep,
And then if you're looking to make other investments, that equity could be available to help with those things as well. So, definitely
exactly.
a key to generational wealth,
Yes,
the
sir.
purchasing process. But short-term folks, might not be the smartest of decisions to purchase if you're only planning on spending 1 or 2 years in the area.
Unless you plan on renting the home after you leave, which is another great. That's what I did. I bought a multi-unit, my first purchase, knowing I was going to move out of it and I was going to have both units to rent, and it was going to make me a couple $100, $500 a month, and it was a great start. So if you don't believe you're going to be in the home long term, that doesn't mean you don't buy. It's just if you don't want to be a landlord afterwards, don't buy.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks for your time and your tips, Nick.
Absolutely.